Good morning, children. So let us continue the lesson. Oliver finds a home. So you already know in the previous class about Oliver. What was he? He was a very poor boy. He was already into the hands of the robbers and the housebreakers. And one fine day, what happened? He was beaten, and then he was where he was taken because he was fallen sick. So much he was fallen sick. So he was taken by one house wherein there were two ladies, Mrs. Mealy and Rose Mealy. Rose Mealy was the niece of Mrs. Mealy, and then they had taken this boy to their house, and he was made to lie down on the bed. He was looking very pale, but a very young boy and very nice to see. He was very young and very nice to see. So what happened? This young girl, Rose Mealy, was telling her aunt, maybe due to some poverty, maybe due to some family background, he is into this crime. So let us just look into his background. After that, we will decide whether to send him to jail or not. So like that, when they started taking care of this boy along with Dr. Losburn, so what happened? This boy started recovering. So after recovering from the care and love and care of these family members, he started narrating his past. He started telling all his story about his past. Then Rose felt very pity on that boy, and Rose started pleading her aunt, auntie, let us not send this boy to jail. So till that it was stopped. Now let us continue. Yes, we must, said Mrs. Mealy. Turning to Dr. Losburn, she asked, can you do something? Perhaps, if we can convince the servants that they were mistaken when they identified the boy, we can save him when the police comes. The kind-hearted doctor sent for the two servants. Giles and Brittles, said Dr. Losburn, can you swear that the boy with the robbers was Oliver? Could you really identify him in the darkness with all the gunfire? The servants admitted that they couldn't be absolutely certain. So, when the policeman arrived at the house to investigate the housebreaking, no one could identify the boy. So, no charges were pressed against Oliver. After all, it was difficult not to pity the poor little boy. He looked so helpless and innocent lying there unbed. Could he really have wanted to rob the house? Okay, so now when Rose Mealy started pleading her aunt, not to send this boy to jail because they understood the background of this boy. They knew the past of his life story. So they felt, okay, we will not send this boy. Let us only take care of this boy. Let us not send him to jail. They decided. So what happened is Mrs. Mealy asked Dr. Losburn, can you just help me to keep this boy in the house itself? Let us not send him to jail. Then what did Dr. Losburn do? Was, okay, we will just take care. We will do something for it. So what happened? Here is it. Yes, we must, said Mrs. Mealy. To whom she is saying? Mrs. Mealy, she is saying to Rose Mealy. What did Rose Mealy say? We will not send this boy to jail. Let us only take care. So we have to do something for him. So then Mrs. Mealy said, okay, we will just take care. Turning to Dr. Losburn, she asked, can you do something? So Mrs. Mealy asked Dr. Losburn, can you do something to save this boy from the hands of police? Perhaps if we can convince the servants that they were mistaken when they identified the boy, we can save him when the police comes. So what happened? This Dr. Losburn was a very kind-hearted person. So what he said? Okay, let me see. Let me try. Because the two servants have brought this boy here. There are two servants. They have brought this boy for treatment here. So I just find out if they can say something about this boy, then we can save him. So saying that, what did Dr. Losburn do? See, perhaps if we can convince the servants that they were mistaken when they identified the boy, we can save him when the police comes. So already these servants are told this is a boy who has gone for robbing. So now what Dr. Losburn is saying? Losburn is saying, okay, we will convince the servants that they have not seen Oliver. It was somebody, but they have, by mistake they have told it is Oliver who has gone for robbing. If we if we try to convince the servants like that, then what happens? Automatically this boy will escape from the hands of police. So what happened? See, the kind-hearted doctor sent for the two servants. So he is called the two servants. Doctor started calling those two servants who had identified this boy as a robber. Guides and Brittles. The name of the this one servants were, one is Guides, the other one is Brittles. Guides and Brittles said, Dr. Losberne, can you swear that the boy with the robbers was Oliver? Now he called those two servants and said, can you really tell it was Oliver only was there for robbing? So now they were in a dilemma what to do. Okay. Could you really identify him in the darkness with all the gunfire? So when somebody is gone to rob the things, what happened? They were shot. There was gunfire. So during the gunfire, were you really able to see this boy? Were you really able to identify this boy as Oliver? He started questioning the servants. So fire was going on and it was dark. Can they really identify that this is Oliver only who has gone for robbing? He started questioning these two servants. Dr. Losberne started questioning the two servants. The servants admitted that they couldn't be absolutely certain. Now what did the servants say? We are not very sure that this is the boy. They started saying. When Dr. Losberne started asking them in darkness and when there was a gunfire and all that, were you really able to see that this was Oliver only who has gone for robbing? Then they were in dilemma. They said, we are not very sure that he was a boy. Now they started saying, we are not very sure about it. So when the policemen arrived at the house to investigate the house breaking, no one could identify the boy. So what happened? Police came there and started asking, was that boy who was there for the house breaking? Then the servants also were in the dilemma. They were not able to identify exactly it was Oliver, isn't it? And now this Dr. Losberne also was very much happy with the boy, and Mrs. Maylie and Rose Maylie also were very happy with the boy. They never wanted to send him to jail. So everybody said, we do not know whether this is the same boy or not. When there is no proof, what can the police do? There was no proof at all. So what police did? We'll see. So no charges were pressed against Oliver because nobody could identify this was the boy who went for house breaking, Then what happened? They did not charge the police did not charge on Oliver. After all, it was difficult not to pity the poor little boy. So after that what happened? This boy became one of the members of that family. See, after all, it was difficult not to pity the poor little boy. Why? Because he was already a member there. He looked so helpless and innocent lying there in bed. So when he was, what happened? When he was in the bed, how he was? He was looking very helpless. Means we cannot even imagine that this boy will be going for robbing. To that extent that boy was. And he was so innocent. When you look at him also you can feel that innocence. Means he cannot do that crime. Okay. So he was looking so helpless and innocent lying there in the bed. Could he really have wanted to rob the house? There was a question. This small boy who is looking so innocent, who is looking so helpless, can he really pay into this crime? That is a question. So like that they went on questioning and they could not give him as identification to the police. So what happened? The police did not charge anything against him for crime. Okay. Now let us see. Oliver quickly recovered from his wounds and entered up to the happiest period of his life. Now what happened? His wounds all were healed. It was completely healed. Why? Because Dr. Losberne treated him and Mrs. Maylie and Rose Maylie, they took more care of him. They showed more love and affection towards him. Finally what happened? He recovered. He never had any wounds now. The Maylies treated him like a member of their own family. So now they started treating this boy as one of the members of the family. And when spring came, they took him to their cottage in the country. So after that, when the spring season started, they took him even to their own country, to their village. Here he learned to read and write. What happened? This boy was made to read and write. He got education. Till that he was a street boy, isn't it? Now he started getting education. He spent many happy hours running along the country roads, picking flowers and feeding the birds. So what happened? He could read and write. Then he could play. He could play on the country roads, means the village, and he could pick flowers. Also, he started feeding the birds. Whatever he had, he used to give that to birds also. He started feeding the birds. In the evenings, he listened to Rose play the piano. So, he listened, sorry. In the evenings, he listened to Rose play the piano. What is this Rose mainly doing? She used to play piano in the evenings. So, he used to feel very happy to listen to the sounds of that piano. Every night, he slept peacefully in a clean bed in his own room. Before that, he was like a street boy, no? Wherever he used to get place, he used to sleep and he used to just rob and he used to eat and all those things, no? Now, when this love and care was given by these people of that family, he was also one of the members there. Now, he got a separate room for him to sleep and there was a separate bed. So, very peacefully he started sleeping on his bed in his own room. The room was given to him. Oliver had never known such peace and such happiness. So, he had not even known about this love and care and happiness in his life because he was just on the streets. Now, when all these things he got, he started feeling very happy and every day he used to have a peaceful sleep. There was no problem, no disturbance, nothing. He had a very peaceful sleep. Otherwise, what would happen? He would have been in the hands of so many robbers and housebreakers. So, he had to be a part of them. And he had to go to do all the crimes. But now, he was away from all that and he started becoming a student. He started learning and he started playing and enjoying his life. So, I'll read this paragraph. Oliver quickly recovered from his wounds and entered up to the happiest period of his life. The Maidis treated him like a member of their own family, and when spring came, they took him to their cottage in the country. Here, he learned to read and write. He spent many happy hours running along the country roads, picking flowers and feeding the birds. In the evenings, he listened to Rose play the piano. Every night, he slept peacefully in a clean bed in his own room. Oliver had never known such peace and such happiness earlier. So, adapted from Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens has written a novel on Oliver Twist. So, this is a part of that. Did you understand part of that novel? Oliver Twist written by Charles Dickens. Now, let us see the meanings here. Stately, dignified and impressive. Niece, daughter of one's brother or sister. Aghast, filled with horror or shock. Bitterly, strongly and intensely. Identify, to recognize someone and be able to tell who they are. Charges, statement by the police accusing someone of a crime. So children, let me stop it here and take in the next class.